Welcome to the Warehouse Series. If you guys are new to the channel, I welcome you. If you're not a subscriber yet, if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you know when I post videos. Leave comments in the comment section below. And guys, give me a thumbs up. I also have a Discord. If you guys are interested, that link is in the description below. So yesterday I put out a video of a little voiceover of me selecting a dairy pallet. Well, I got another dairy pallet that I'm going to do today, but this is a really short video. I'm trying to maneuver around. This was a 2-pallet order, so you couldn't see me building on the front pallet. Remember, guys, I'm not allowed to be filming in my warehouse, but I'm trying to do it as discreetly as possible, blocking out people so there's nobody that's going to be seen in the video. So I'm trying what I can do to put video of me selecting on there. It works the best whenever I have a single pallet order and I push that pallet all the way to the back of the forks. This juice pallet was a 2-pallet order, but I did start building the back of my pallet first to a certain extent. All right, guys, so let's get to the video. All right, guys, so I'm going to play the video. I got 2 cases thrown on there. I thought somebody was coming in the aisle behind me. Guys, there's been times that I've thrown 7 to 10 cases all over my pallet. Just threw them on there to create a gap between me and the person behind me. And, you know, I could throw fast when I want to. It literally takes me like 15 seconds to organize a pallet when I have cases like that. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to that. But, you know, here I am doing my first layer of juice. I showed you in the one of my videos way back. I showed you a picture of my first layer of juice. I like to space it out, get that nice strong foundation. Right here, I move this case back. As far as I'm concerned, that case got no business being in this aisle. It should be at least 2 aisles over. It's not a very sturdy case to lie. The glue on it's real weak and it pops open. It's just a really weak case to put on the outside of your pallet. I want nice, strong cases on the perimeter of my pallet. As you can see here, guys, I'm just, you know, spacing out. You'll see me slide this one case over a little bit. I just like those nice, even gaps. You don't want too big of a gap on your base because you're going to have problems with it. Right here, I step back. I look at it. I want to make sure that it did not push the outside of that case over the perimeter of the pallet. Otherwise, I would not have put that case like that. Fairlife, if you guys have that in your warehouse, you work in a dairy warehouse, I always keep that in the middle unless I have multiples where I can form a corner out of the Fairlife. But there you go. I have a chocolate one. I just stuck it straight behind it. It's a lower case. I like keeping my lower cases in the middle of the pallet. So like I said, guys, this video is not going to be that long, you know, but right here, this is one example of layer stacking. I will layer stack every single time I'm in the juice. I will show you that at the end of the video, what I just panned off to, but I will layer stack all the time. You have light cases. It is very easy to layer stack. There is absolutely zero need to column stack when you have cases that you can absolutely layer stack. So, you know, here I am just tying more cases in. Okay, guys, so I take off. That's my front pallet, you know, just showing you the front of that, walking around because my camera was the pallet was getting too high for my camera to see. So here we go with some coffee made on. I'm going to show you some pictures at the end and we'll talk about this a little bit. And here we go. That's my front pallet after some more cases. I think I only had like 20 more cases left after this. It was a very small order. And, you know, so that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. So let's talk about some of the final product. All right, guys, so the first picture I want to show you is this right here. I picked up my phone while I was selecting and you saw me pan over to the pallet real quick. I try to do that real discreetly. I'm not trying to embarrass somebody, but as you can see in this picture right here, the start of his base looks awesome. All right, so I don't care if you guys build from the back to the front or the front to the back, whatever's more comfortable for you. But my only problem is what is he sticking on the back of this pallet? Okay, because the board's broken in the back, so there's not even a full board on the back. So what are you putting on the back? You can't put any juices sideways because they're going to be hanging off, and then you're going to drop the whole back of your pallet. And if you stack smaller cases back there, I'm telling you right now, smaller cases on the back of your pallet is just not going to work. More than likely, it's going to fall over. I would have spaced this out, either spaced it out or moved his back row all the way forward all the way to the back of that pallet where he could possibly put it, and then stack little cases in between there that come in the next aisle. So I don't know what happened with this pallet, but I guarantee he did not have a good go of it unless he corrected himself. All right, guys, in this picture right here, like I said, this was not a big order. It was only a 70 cube order. Our cube is 64, so this is only literally, you know, what, six cube over a full pallet. So it was 2 small pallets. Right here, I have Coffee Mate all together. I told you that if I get a lot of problem items, I consider Coffee Mate problem items. I like to keep them together. So like I said in the one video with the asparagus, I like to try to keep them together. If I had another 8 Coffee Mate, they would have went right on top of there. I would have did a different pattern to interlock them, but it would have been right on top of those Coffee Mates. I would not have spread them all around my pallet. I like to keep them together. If I only had 2 or 3 of them, they would be right in the middle of my pallet, like you see me do with the Fairlife. I would keep them right in the middle of the pallet because I consider them a problem case. Like I said before, guys, problem cases are, if you use it for a corner and you only have a few of them, usually it's not good because they're not a sturdy quarter. Bottles in this type of wrap do not work out well in corners unless you have a lot of them. That way you could put a nice big level case on top of them whenever you get it. So I just wanted to give you an idea of that, because if you had those on the bottom and then you had the Coffee Mate and everything on top of that, it would be a huge problem. So yeah, guys, and try to keep that stuff like this. And if you had multiples and you had 8 more, put them right on top of them. Don't spread them around your pallet. Let's take a look at the next picture. All right, guys, so in this one, I want to correct myself from the second video I did. I not even so much correct myself, but tell you what I do. So I told you about the cross. Keep the middle cases in the middle of the cross. But there's something that I noticed now that I'm selecting again, and that is that I do more of a T than a cross. You could stick with the cross. If it's working for you, keep it like that. As long as you're keeping the smaller cases within the middle of your pallet, that's great. What I notice is I like to do a T. I like to start from the front of the jack and stop right at the middle and then go out. The reason why I don't like going all the way back is because I like a wall. I want a nice, thick, heavy wall on the back of my pallet. I don't want small cases interrupting me. But if I have to do it, I will do it. But when I can, I'm going to put solid cases in the back. So I look for a T more than a cross. And the other thing I want to show you on this is that, as you can see, I like to point cases inward. I like to have a middle row, and I like to point cases inward. That's what I was doing yesterday on that pallet. You see me stack a middle column, and I point cases inward. The reason why I like doing that is because that butter on the back corner right there is a nice strong case. But if I were to take 3 more of the Coffee Mate or whatever's in the middle there and 3 more butters and stack them straight up, now I'm getting this going. All right, now I have a problem of my pallet tipping over when I'm going around the bend to the next aisle. But that's why it's important to, I think, to distribute the weight towards the middle of your pallet as much as possible. You don't want to put all your weight on one side because that whole wall is just going to fall. So when you have cases pointing inwards, you're less likely to knock your whole entire side of your pallet over going around a bend. So those are the pictures. I have another video that I want to do. I'm off the next couple days. On Saturday when I go back and I stay overtime, the video that I want to do, I was talking to someone in one of the comment sections, chatting back and forth, and they gave me an idea that I actually mentioned in yesterday's video, and I think it's gonna be really beneficial to helping newer selectors. So I hope it works out for an order that I get on Saturday so I can get that going and hopefully have it out by next week. So that'll be for new, actually it could be for anybody, but for new selectors, it'll be a little thing for them to do since they are not being counted for times in their training weeks. I think it'll be something good to do for a new trainee during their training week. So guys, that's it for today. If you're new to the channel, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have a whole list of videos to watch if you guys want to watch them. Any questions, leave them. I try to answer every single comment if I think it's worth answering. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.